Hey guys, welcome to my video. My name is Cammy. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get to the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you exactly how to stop this from happening. The dreaded, the sad, gray looking under eyes that just don't look good, right? So we're gonna go from this to this in this video. Look at these under eyes. Gray wear, honey. No more gray under eyes. If you follow this video and follow these techniques, I promise you, you will not have to endure gray under eyes like this ever again. So if you are interested in seeing how to stop gray under eyes from happening and how to get the most out of your concealer to stop everything from going gray, stay tuned. Alright, so I wanted to show you that we are starting on fresh, clean skin, and I also wanted to get up close and personal with my dark circles. You know, you see those YouTube videos with people who say they have dark circles, but they don't. I have really dark circles, which can cause gray under eyes. So here is the first do that you're going to need. Do make sure that you are prepping your under eyes. So for this, I'm going to be using the CeraVe Daily Eye Repair Cream. I love this cream because it's nice and thick, and it's smooth and creamy, but it also blends out very well under the eye, providing your under eye with so much moisture and so much hydration. Guys, this is a fundamental step, and this fundamental step is key to making sure that you do not gray out your under eyes. So just take your time. I'm using my ring finger, and I'm going to just gently press that in to work that in to my under eye until it pretty much disappears. Do color correct your under eyes. This is one of the most important steps. I'm going to be using the LA Pro Girl concealer in the color orange. I purchased this for $4.99. Guys, this is a cheap and affordable yet effective color corrector. So that's what I'm going to be using here. Now, do start out with a small amount of color corrector under your eyes, concentrating only on the parts where you have hyperpigmentation, aka dark circles. So next, you are going to want to use a nice fluffy concealer brush. This is the number 57 concealer brush by Sephora, and what I like to use with this concealer brush is just a little bit of setting spray to get the top of the concealer brush moisturized. After you do that, do begin to blend this color corrector into your skin using this technique. So as you can see, I'm using gentle patting, then sweeping motions to make sure that I am blending the color corrector in. And as you can see, I am only focusing the color corrector in the areas where I have the hyperpigmentation. What you don't want to do is just blend that color corrector all the way out to places where you do not have dark circles. That's going to work against you and backfire. What you do want to do is just concentrate it and take your time. This is why I am not rushing through this part. I wanted to show you exactly how I blend this color corrector out. Now, this is another key step in color correcting. You want to build your makeup up in stages. So as you can see, I'm starting off small, and I like to do the bridge of my nose separately, so that way I can take extra care to cover that hyperpigmentation, because it is a lot darker than the hyperpigmentation that is under my eye. The name of the game when it comes to color correcting, guys, is to start small and then build up. Please do not slather a ton of color corrector under your eyes, because then it's going to be really hard for you to blend it out. You want your color corrector to blend into your skin to cover your dark circles and have a skin-like finish. Again, I'm demonstrating to you that to get the coverage that I want from my color corrector, I'm just going to use small applications and then blend it in with that blending brush. You can already see the big difference it is making in my under eye by using this technique with the color corrector and the brush. And now an additional part that I wanted to do is just show you how you can build up your color corrector in small steps, not go overboard, and not end up looking like an Oompa Loompa at the end of the day. So guys, this is what we're looking like here. So if your under eyes are constantly turning gray, this is what you're probably doing. You're not prepping your skin, you're not color correcting, and then you're using a concealer that is just way too bright for your skin, a concealer that's too bright, and a concealer that is not the right undertone. These are all recipes for disaster in getting gray under eyes. So even though I'm using a full coverage concealer, you're going to see that full coverage does not mean that it's really going to fully cover. And I know it's crazy to say that, but I'm pretty sure if you have dark circles, hyperpigmentation, you've used full coverage concealers in the past and still got gray under eyes. So I really wanted to show you the don'ts. You don't want to get something that is too light and the wrong undertone, because no matter how much you blend that full coverage concealer, as you can see, this concealer is not doing me any favors. Yes, my under eye looks bright, but as you can tell, the grayness is beginning to break through anyway. Even after blending that out and letting it dry down a little bit, my under eyes still look gray, guys. So yeah, you definitely want to avoid doing this if you get gray under eyes, and comment below if this happens to you often. So this is another don't I wanted to point out. Don't slather and add even more full coverage concealer to your hyperpigmentation or your affected areas, thinking that building it up and adding even more of this concealer is going to stop the grayness or the hyperpigmentation from coming through. It's not, y'all. It really is not. Trust me, your girl has been here a million times before with so many different full coverage concealers, and the grayness will still poke through. It'll still come through. And as you can see, even after building it up and trying my best to like blend it in, I'm still looking very gray, looking very ashy under the eyes. So yeah, this technique is not going to be the technique for you. You have to get it right with this. So definitely do this instead. This is going to be the key. Do use a concealer that is the right undertone and the right shade for you. This is the MAC Studio Concealer in NC50, and I'm going to show you the drastic difference. First and foremost, look at this. I'm going to use 4 swipes of the concealer under the eye. Again, you really don't have to use a lot to start out. We're going to build up as we go. I'm going to let it dry down for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then you're going to see how we are going to avoid these gray under eyes. So look, with a damp beauty blender, I'm going to begin to blend it in over my prepped moisturized skin where I have used the orange color corrector and blended that out. Guys, look at the total difference than the don'ts that we just did before. It is so important for you to pick a concealer that is not only the right shade, but the right undertone. And yes, it is very possible to get a concealer that is the right shade and the wrong undertone. And if you use that concealer, your under eyes will turn gray and ashy. And I will do a video explaining how to find your correct concealer shade with the right undertone as well. But y'all, look, I don't have any foundation on. It's just that's how good the concealer matches my skin. And this is what you want to go for. So do take the time to build up the concealer. Again, I use 2 swipes on the bridge of my nose because I like to address that separately to ensure that I am not going, too overboard with the concealer, especially if you are going for a nice natural skin-like finish with your under eyes. And guys, look at the difference. You cannot even tell that I had dark circles, and there is no grayness. There is no grayness under the eyes because we have eliminated that with the previous steps. You can already tell that there is a huge difference in this do side opposed to the don't side that I showed you just a minute before. And again, blend it out so that way it looks beautiful to you. But guys, there is no denying that there is no grayness poking through under my eyes. You wouldn't even know that I even had dark circles to begin with. So yes. But wait, there's more. The video is far from over, because look at this. Do not take a ton of brightening setting powder and put it all over under your eyes, okay? Putting it on top of a concealer that is not the right shade, not the right undertone, and just way too light for your complexion. All this is going to do, guys, is exacerbate, okay, those grayness that's going to come through, because y'all, like, bruh. Seriously. And for those of you that are going to be in the comments and saying, oh, Cammy, people do not set their under eyes like this. Girl, yes, they do. Yes, they do. You can find this all over YouTube. People do set their under eyes like this. And I find that this technique does not work with the wrong concealer, like, at all. And after letting it sit and letting it bake under the eyes, even when I try to like push it in under the eyes and sweep away the excess powder, it's not going to look good. So here I am after spraying like 555 sprays of my setting spray, because that's how much you're going to need to like calm down that powder. The gray is still there. So please do this instead. This is my favorite setting powder technique. Do use a soft brush with this, okay, and get the setting powder that you love. This is the same setting powder that I used in the previous don't scene, guys, but it's all about the technique that you use to make sure that you're not graying out your under eyes. So that is about as much as I'm going to use. I'm going to take my brush, gently tap it in, and then look at this. I'm going to remove the excess, and this is all I'm going to use to set my under eye. Take that brush and do gently pat that setting powder in underneath. Even though this is the exact same setting powder I used in the don't scenario, because I'm using a proper amount and I have the correct concealer shade on, guys, we are not going to get gray under eyes. Like, the difference is going to be remarkable. So look right here, guys, like, you cannot deny that there is a huge difference in making sure you have the right shade and using the right technique. But guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please also consider subscribing to my channel and clicking on that notification bell, so that way you know whenever I post more videos. But thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this was helpful. Please comment below and let me know if you're going to try these techniques. But until next time, stay safe. Bye.